The other day, I woke up about 3 days ago and I was going to flat my comic to get a new update ready when I realized I hated my art. I was looking at it and I had these thoughts come into my head about how I'm not cut out for it, I'm rubbish at it, I'm just basically pathetic and I should quit. That's basically what it comes down to. And this is not the first time this happens, and it really gets me down. So I was looking at Instagram pictures and looking at how everyone's better than me, and I just in this cycle of repeating these thoughts and bringing myself down with these thoughts because I was feeling pretty rubbish. Then it occurred to me, this keeps happening, so I need to have a method to get over it. And so here is my method in case it helps. So the first thing I do is I remember that this is not the first time this has happened. In fact, this happens regularly, and I've come to believe that this is part of a cycle. And you know, what kind of cycle is this? This is a nonsense, super sadistic cycle, and I'm not a big fan, but I believe it is part of the learning process. I've seen it in my students as we approach exams and they feel like they're plateaued and they can't make progress. They start getting down on themselves, saying maybe this is the end of my ability, maybe I cannot reach a higher level, and maybe I'm not good at this. And I always tell them, it's not about your ability, it's just that learning is weird and you plateau for a while, you keep practicing and working hard, and then one day it clicks and you're at a different level and you have no control over that. And I think that is how it works for everything, including art. It's normal to feel down when you feel like you haven't made progress in a while, or when you feel that you're not at the level you should be. But it's just a feeling. It's not a reality. You're not lacking talent. It's just part of the learning process, and getting past that feeling of being stuck and feeling that you're not good enough is what separates people that move to the next level to people that just give up and stay where they are because they believe that is their level of ability. And so because I've seen it a million times, I know it is okay and that I will get better. So yeah, that's the first thing I do. I remember that I'm not rubbish, that I just feel rubbish. So yeah, that's step one. Remember, you can always get better, and feeling like this is just part of the process. Step two, the second thing I do is just allow myself to feel it. I know it's a feeling that is not pleasant, but if it's part of the process, just allow it to be there. I mean, what kind of weirdo doesn't feel bad about themselves and their skills ever so often? It's absolutely fine. I just sit there, I wallow in self-pity for a day or two, I just go mopping about the house, and it's fine. As long as you don't get stuck, I suppose. Just feel it. Feel sorry for yourself for a while. It's fine. Step 3 is I rationalize it. I think about all the thoughts that keep coming back to my head, and what I do is I take them and I rationalize them. So for example, if I think about talent, I think about you're not talented. That's the thought that brings me down. And then I think, well, if we're talking about talent, we're talking about a very complex set of abilities. And when it comes to art in particular, not every artist has exactly the same talents and strengths. Every single artist have areas that they are good at and they're bad at. People that do really well find a way to use their strengths and their talents to incorporate them in their art in a way that really resonates with people and that really work. It's not about how good you are at line work. There are artists that are great and their line work is not great. It's just you have your talents. There's not just one talent, there's many talents. And you have your own voice and you have your own way of doing things. And it's just making those things that are natural within yourself to work for you. So you're not less talented than anyone. You're just different and you need to find your own way. So don't think about talent like you have it or you don't have it. Everyone has talents. It's just learning how to use those talents. And finally, my last step is that I use it. Because let's face it, my art is not perfect. I haven't reached a level where I can say, yes, this is exactly expressing what I want to express and this is exactly what I want to be doing. So, you know, if I'm not perfectly happy, that's fine. I have room for improvement, and I'm going to take these feelings and I'm going to use them to fuel my next steps to becoming better. And that's the positive thing about these feelings, because at the end of the day, I think these thoughts and these feelings are not there to bring you down. They're just there to push you, but it's just that the phrasing of those thoughts is not the best, but I think your brain means well. Your brain is just telling you, oh, you're not where you should be, you should do something about it. But the wrong answer to that feeling is quit or feel bad about yourself. The right answer to that feeling is to say, okay, so I'm not perfect, so let's get working and let's see how can I improve. And just take it easy, and in time you'll get better. Okay, I hope that helped you. And if it didn't, here's a big list of things that other people said helped them, and see if any of these help you. And that's all I have to say about this topic. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.